Welcome back. Today marks the deadline for Texas officials to stop blocking Border Patrol agents from accessing a public park in Eagle Pass, Texas. That is the site where 3 migrants drowned in the Rio Grande River last week. In a letter to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, the Department of Homeland Security warned that if the state doesn't restore federal agents access to the area, it would, quote, refer the matter to the Department of Justice for appropriate action. There's a lot of layers to this story. And to break it all down for us, CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us in studio to discuss. Good morning. Always so good to see you. Can you talk a little bit about this situation? There was a sense of he said, she said when it came to this, what happened here with very deadly consequences.
This is quickly becoming an extraordinary showdown between the state of Texas and the Biden administration at the U.S.-Mexico border. Last week, the National Guard took control of this public park in Eagle Pass that Border Patrol had been using to hold migrants while they awaited further processing in facilities that hold them for a longer period of time. Texas has said that they're doing this to deter illegal immigration and to prevent Border Patrol from processing people there because they believe that incentivizes more illegal crossings. Border Patrol is saying that this is impeding their operations, including during emergency situations. We saw that on Friday, 3 migrants, a mother and her 2 children, drowned tragically in the Rio Grande. Initially, we got reports that Border Patrol had been blocked from trying to rescue them, but now we know because of the Justice Department that the drownings occurred before Border Patrol requested access to the park. But Border Patrol is still saying that they have been asking for permission to enter the park to save other migrants in distress, and Texas has blocked them from doing so. And this is why the Justice Department is now alerting the Supreme Court of the situation and why the Department of Homeland Security is saying that Texas has until today to say that it will abandon this effort, relent, and allow Border Patrol agents back into this park. Otherwise, DHS will refer the matter to the Justice Department for a potential lawsuit.
So I can't see Governor Abbott changing his mind about this unless there are like immediate repercussions, which it doesn't appear to be. The only repercussions seem to be referring this to the Justice Department. So what does that mean?
Well, it could set up another legal fight. Abbott and the Biden administration are already involved in other legal fights. There is the SB 4 law that the governor signed in December that will criminalize unauthorized immigration at the state level. Crossing into the U.S. illegally is already a federal crime, but now Texas is trying to allow local police and state law enforcement to arrest migrants on criminal charges for crossing into Texas illegally. But the Justice Department has filed suit and said that this is in the purview of the federal government. So this is yet another example of this brewing constitutional and legal fight between the governor of Texas and the Biden administration. And it could take months for this to be resolved in the court system.
And there's always a sense of what kind of risk migrants face in the meantime. We talked about that deadline for Texas today. What other options does the Department of Homeland Security and the White House have if today's deadline comes and goes?
Well, one idea that has been floated but has not been openly discussed by the Biden administration is the fact that these are National Guard soldiers who could technically be federalized at some point by the president. The National Guard in every state is under dual control of the state and the governor and also the White House. So that is an idea that has been floated. The Biden administration, from what I understand, has not considered that, but there is some precedent to that. That's right. Right. Presidents have had to federalize the National Guard before, including to enforce desegregation in schools.
For emergencies, but probably not to to circumvent the authority of a state,
But the prospect of that is really striking.
It certainly is. So then what is the situation like there now? I mean, are migrants still crossing? Are they forbidden from, sort of making it into the Eagle Pass area? How's that working?
The really interesting factor here is that since December, when illegal crossings hit an all-time monthly high, there have been a lot of decreases in migration across the entire U.S.-Mexico border. In just 2 days ago, Border Patrol recorded 4,000 apprehensions in 24 hours. That's down from a peak of 10,000 in December. And so migration to the U.S. border has decreased significantly. And this is why many people are scratching their heads about what Abbott is doing because, again, illegal crossings plummeted before Texas took this extraordinary action.
Right. Camilo, thank you. It's always great having you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.